At the 15, a short kick by the Chiefs. Harmon gets away from Pete Shaw. Is taken down by Lawrence Taylor and Frank Cephas. The 49er offensive lineup. Montana, the quarterback. Wendell Tyler and Roger Craig, the runners. Dwight Clark and Freddie Solomon start at wide receiver. A veteran and tough and good offensive line. Francis at the tight end. Bubba Paris, Ayers, Quillen, Randy Cross, and Keith Von Horst up front. One of the real strengths of the 49ers, that offensive line. Another of their strengths is the quarterback. Joe Montana will get to the Giant defense in a minute. Solomon moves in motion. Montana goes back to throw. Hits Clark. He throws back to Solomon. Terry Kennard made the critical stop. There's a play that we ran in high school.
That's right, and that was the first play of the game. That was a play that they've been working on since Tuesday. And they darn near broke that first play all the way. That was the old, what you call that in high school, old flick or something? Watch this. Now, Dwight Clark just runs a little hook, and then Freddie Solomon trails. Clark pitches to Solomon, and there's Terry Kennard to make that tackle. Well, that could have been a big, big play.
We called it forward lateral right.
I like that.
Here comes Solomon again in motion. Craig is the lone setback. Craig flashes into the Giants secondary. Almost another 49er first down. Bill Courier tripped him up, a gain of 9.
That was the second play they practiced all week.
Well, they practiced them well, it looks like. They almost broke them both.
Roger Craig is probably the most underrated player on this 49er team. Not only can he run the ball, but he's their leading receiver. He caught 71 passes this year.
His mate in the backfield is Wendell Tyler. That's 2nd and 1. Clark is out to the right. Solomon to the left. Tyler around the corner and into Giant territory. Hammers down to the Giant 37. Bill Courier and Jim Burt on the stop as Tyler picked up 13.
There's the third play that they practiced all week. Watch Wendell Tyler here. He's going to start like he's going up inside. You see, it's an underneath handoff. Lawrence Taylor right on the line of scrimmage, misses the tackle. There was no one outside until strong safety Bill Courier got there.
Roger Craig with an excellent block on Leonard Marshall. First down, 49ers at the Giant 37. Montana back to throw. Ricochet is almost picked off the hands of Roger Craig, and Bill Courier had a shot at it and should have had it.
That one looked like it went off Bill Courier's hands and then off his helmet. I'll tell you, he's upset, because you think of that, what a start that would be. Watch that ball. It bounced right off his shoulder pads. The thing that went to his helmet were his hands. Hands went up and goes, whap, hits her right in the helmet. Guys do that when they foul up something. Don't hit themselves in the head. Especially defensive guys.
2nd and 10. John Frank is into the game. 49ers going with a rather unusual formation. The pitch is back to Craig. Craig gets good yardage down to about the 32. Lawrence Taylor took him down, a gain of 6. That'll make it 3rd and 4.
That was an unusual formation. It's an unbalanced line. They take their left tackle, take number 77, Bubba Paris, and put him over on the right side. Let's just see if we can see it. Here's Bubba Paris right here. This is the tight end here, the normal right tackle here. Now the Giants adjust over here, so the 49ers run back to the other side.
3rd down and about 4. 49ers at the Giant 30. Montana back to throw. The Giants in it with Clark. Got the feet down inbounds, picked up the first down and a gain of 9.
Dwight Clark had his feet down inbounds, but Joe Montana had his feet up in the air. Where did he get hit on this play by George Martin, just as he threw the ball? Here's Dwight Clark. You can see that the Giants are playing off. Kenny Daniel is deep. Clark just hits the out right in front of him. But watch right there as Montana throws that ball. George Martin's right in his face. Woo.
Clark was awfully close not to getting those feet down inbounds. Montana to throw on first down again. Swings it out to Craig. Threw it under the arms of Curtis McGriff. Bill Sims still looking. That ball might have been deflected by McGriff.
We talked before about how how the 49ers were really the first ones in 1981 to block Lawrence Taylor with the guard. Now here's the same thing. See number 68, John Ayers? He is really assigned on pass protection to Lawrence Taylor. Did a good job in 81. He's starting out the same way today, huh?
Can't do it much better than that. Second down and 10, 49ers from the Giant 21. Clark swings in motion this time. Montana takes the draw play, steps up into the pocket, going for Clark. Touchdown! Done all year long, week after week. They take that opening kick when they get it and get some points. This time they got a touchdown.
That drive was a thing of beauty. What mixture.
Wersching with Montana holding. And the kick is good. 49ers lead 7-0.
The thing about this thing is that Montana, this pass batter, Montana had great pass protection. Because look at Dwight Clark, 87. He's out there, he's getting bounced around, he's getting bumped. He had to come free from that first group before he was able to get into the end zone. Watch his protection now. Center Fred Quillen there, he's in the Pro Bowl. Right guard Randy Cross, he's in the Pro Bowl. Keith Farnhorst, he's in the Pro Bowl. And they block pass protection on this one like Pro Bowl players. They're the guys that should really get the pats in the back.
That drive, as you say, was a thing of beauty. And there it is, 8 plays, 71 yards. 3:05, they kept it. They lead 7-0. NFC Divisional Playoff. 49ers 7, Giants nothing. 11:55 left to play in the first quarter as Ray Wersching gets set to kick off. Kenny Hill is in the middle for the Giants, flanked by Cephas and Morris. Wersching winds it to Kenny Hill. To the 25. The Giants will take over. He's hit by Jeff Fuller. Now let's check the Giants offense. Sims the quarterback. Morris and Carpenter the runner. Ernest Gray and Bobby Johnson. Should start. It might be Lionel Manuel. Up front, the tight end is Mowat. Then it's Roberts, Benson, Belcher, Godfrey, and Nelson, the offensive line. Young and big, with no playoff experience. That is in the offensive line. Galbraith starts in the backfield with Carpenter. Carpenter looking for a hole, cuts back over the middle. And the 49er defense led by Manu Tuiasosopo, the nose tackle, at whom you look. Lawrence Pillars and Dwayne Board are the defensive ends. The linebackers, Buns, Ellison, Reynolds, and Keena Turner. And the secondary, Hicks, Wright, Williamson, and Ronnie Lott at free safety. The 49ers make wholesale defensive changes. They have 9 defensive linemen, and they use them all. Fred Dean, number 74, is lined up at left defensive end now. Michael Carter is the nose tackle. Galbraith in motion as Sims goes back to throw. Outside Carpenter. Carpenter ran about a yard shy of a first down, it looks like. Ricky Ellison made the hit, a pickup of 6. Zeke Mowat with a good block.
I think that was a big play for Carl Nelson, the starting right tackle of the Giants. His first pass protection here, he had to block against Fred Dean. He did a pretty good job. He was injured last week. You can see that rib pad there. See on the left side there? He tore a cartilage off the bone last week against the Rams. Practiced just a little this week, but he's starting now.
Didn't practice at all yesterday. Worked for 2 days. That's Mullity in motion. The handoff is to Morris. He got the first down. Tuiasosopo again on the bottom of the pile. First down, Giants. Line of scrimmage is the 35, the Giant 35. The 49ers again make a lot of substitutions. They must have in mind that the Giants are going to throw on first down.
Well, you know, the interesting thing that Bill Walsh was saying yesterday is the reason he likes to do it early in the game is so he has fresh guys in the fourth quarter.
Ernest Gray and Bobby Johnson are the Giant wide receivers. The handoff is to Morris. Morris cuts back for about 4. Almost broke a big one. Tina Turner tripped him up.
Tina Turner got in the backfield somehow there, and had he not been there, as you said, that would have been a big play for the Giants. I think what they were doing was running against the 49ers pass defense. Watch this here, and we'll see right in here. Tina Turner just dives right there and just gets a piece of Joe Morris. Other than that, there was a pretty good hole.
He had a run of 61 yards last week against the Rams. Call back. Sims has the pass deflected. Almost intercepted. It is by Ronnie Lott. Lott. The ball's alive. Ronnie Lott still on his feet. To the Giant 13. Sims was hit just as he let it go. A 38-yard return by Lott.
I'll tell you, wherever Ronnie Lott plays, this is the first game that he's started in a month, but he's always been in college at USC. The 4 years with the 49ers, he's always been that opportunistic guy who's very alert. You see that came off a hand, then it came off a helmet. Ricky Ellison, it hit Ellison in the head, bounced off his head. Lott still around there, finds that ball for the interception.
Brad Benson is the injured Giant who's headed for the sidelines. 49ers have it at the Giant 12, first and 10. They already lead 7-0. Strange formation again, where Paris is lined up an unbalanced line, and they go in that direction. Roger Craig, the ball carrier. The 49ers in 1984, in compiling their 15-1 record, outscored their opponents in the first quarter 110-29. And keep in mind that in the first 6 minutes, in the first meeting between these two teams, they jumped ahead 21-0.
Right, and it's not 110 anymore, it's 117 now.
Right. And about to be more, it looks like. 2nd and 7 from the 9. Montana back. For Russ Francis, touchdown. Career, but possesses an awful lot of talent. Worshing out of Montana's hold makes it San Francisco 14. The Giants nothing. Bill Parcells dismayed. Here is the turnover that set the whole thing up.
This is how it all started. Now watch Sims as he throws here. The ball is tipped right there. Now it's going to be tipped again off Ricky Ellison, helmet and back. Ronnie Lott sees it, dives for it, isn't down then, picks it up and returns it. Then the offense comes in, and they're almost surgical the way they attack it. Watch Russ Francis here. He just runs a short post straight up the middle. Montana sees it. Whap! Another touchdown.
That ball, by the way, that was tipped twice, actually, was hit first by Dan Funds. Then Ellison hit it. Bill Parcells, the Giant head coach, of course, is very much aware of the 49ers' sudden striking power. And it's something I think he had a pretty logical and reasonable approach to counteracting if it did happen.
Well, you know, I think last night when we talked to him, I had the feeling that he anticipated this kind of start. Because he said he told his team that all week. They could very well do it, but now we have to get into street fight.
Kenny Hill will start from the 4, bangs outside, gets to about the 22. Jeff Fuller led the 49ers special teams. Good coverage. Touchdown again.
One thing that has really helped this 49er team and Joe Montana, of course, with all his ability, is the that offensive line. You can see that he can just stand back there. There's not anyone close, so he can not only stand back and see, but he can just step up and unload that ball, as he did there to Russ Francis.
Well, they've been together so long, all except Bubba Paris, the left tackle. And he's just a great big good tackle. Ernest Gray is wide to the left. Manuel to the right as Galbraith swings in motion again. Sims back to throw on first down. Outside Carpenter. Carpenter out to about the 27. Ricky Ellison on the stop. Joe Montana over on the 49er sideline. Off to a great start. 5-yard gain on that play. Giants get it out to their own 28. 49ers leading 14-0.
I'll tell you, Fred Dean is one guy that the Giants are aware of, Pat, on that last play. They double-teamed him on pass protection with the tackle, Carl Nelson, and the tight end, Zeke Mowat.
Dean is number 74, lined up on the left side this time. They come right at it. To not much avail. Morris fighting for yardage. Got about 4. Dwight Hicks made the stop.
Usually tight ends talk about linebackers. When we talked to Zeke Mowat yesterday, the only thing he talked about blocking was Fred Dean. He said, I've never blocked a guy that big and that strong. He said, I usually block linebackers. He said, this is going to be a tough thing. They lined Dean up on the tight end, as you saw.
You know, another thing Mowat was saying, he's not used to blocking a guy down in a 3-point stance.
Well, there's always been a linebacker up there with their 2-point stance.
3rd and 1. Sims out of the shotgun. Here comes Dean. Sims is going to scramble and got the first down. Very aware of where he needed to be. Dean was almost there.
Well, we saw him against Mowat. He was on the left side. Now he goes to the right defensive side. You see, 74, he can play out wide. He's going against William Roberts, but he plays out wide, makes you step out. Then when Roberts steps out, he goes whap, and he takes that inside on him. Bill Sims knew where that first down was, and he knew what to do after he got that first down.
Get down. And we got to get going. What he just told his team. Sims going to throw on first down, comes out of the pocket, gets it to Morris. Pickup of about 7. Jack Reynolds took him down. Morris stung a little bit.
I was just going to say, Jack Reynolds, he's a starting inside linebacker for the 49ers. He doesn't play much of the game because he's always substituted for on pass defense. But ever since Jack Reynolds has been in the league, he can do this one thing. He can tackle. He can hit, he can unload, and Joe Morris just found that out.
And ever since he's been here, I think the 49ers have had a better defense. Pitches back to Morris. Morris trying to get to the outside, can't do it. Cut down by Carlton Williamson. A loss of 1.
Usually on a sweep, the guy that's responsible for the force on that side is usually the strong safety. That was Carlton Williamson on that one. Got up into the backfield. Watch him. He'll come up on this left-hand side right here. We'll see him now. Here he comes, whap, off the block of Tony Galbraith and makes the tackle.
That'll bring up a 3rd and 4 situation for the Giants. They're at their own 41, and Sims goes back into the spread. Here come the Niners. Sims had to throw in a hurry in the direction of Ernest Gray. It's incomplete. Heavy pressure by San Francisco. Sims is upset with his 2 receivers.
Well, he should be upset with them because they were both in the same area. He had both Ernest Gray and Lionel Manuel both out here. Now watch him. One should get deep. I think Manuel was supposed to get deep. Here there was Hicks on a blitz. But right now, Sims knew what was wrong. He had 2 guys in the same area.
Dave Jennings back to punt. Dana McLemore back deep for San Francisco. He returned one against the Giants in the first meeting. Good kick by Jennings. Lawrence Taylor misses. Here's the first man down. McLemore slipped him. We've got a face mask violation, it looks like. Against Pete Shaw, perhaps. A 38-yard punt, 5-yard return as McLemore slipped away from Taylor. And now we have a face mask violation against the Giants. I think against Pete Shaw, that's going to be walked off against him.
Boy, Lawrence Taylor was flying down the field on that one, wasn't he? That was a good news. He had to run that far to miss the tackle. That's a frustrating deal.
Just looking back in the direction of where the line of scrimmage was, John, there's another flag down.
We have a low block on number 86, San Francisco, and we have a face mask on the end of the run. It's a double foul. After change of possession, the ball will be put in play where possession change. Fouls will offset.
Gene Barth with a lot of airtime.
Watch Lawrence Taylor here. He's being doubled, but he gets an outside release. Here comes Dwight Hicks. He gets another bump on him, tries to knock him out of bounds. Derek Harmon should get him again. He doesn't. Lawrence Taylor goes through all that, does all that work, double team, gets down there and misses it. Now let's watch the face mask right here. That's Pete Shaw. You see his left hand? Right there. They caught him.
So after all that discussion and everything, the score is still 14-0. Really, the last 3 days here in the Bay Area have been foggy. Almost all of every morning. And it's foggy again today. Really foggy on the Giants side of the field. Here's that formation again. And here's Wendell Tyler again. Cut down this time by Curtis McGriff.
I'll tell you, Bubba Paris, who is normally the left tackle, who plays right tackle. You see why it's unbalanced? Look, here's one lineman, here's the regular tackle, and here's the third tackle. That's Bubba Paris. Now watch the block that he makes on the play as they run to that side. It doesn't make, now, back here on this side, this is a tight end and a guard. See, so all the strength is over there. But watch the outside guy, Bubba Paris, normally the left tackle. Look at the block that he made on Curtis McGriff. That's a takedown. That's a whapper.
A loss of one after all that. Here's Roger Craig wide open over on the left side. Terry Kennard hustling over to knock him out of bounds, short of a first down. Curtis McGriff was shaken up a little bit, number 76 there, who plays the run about as well as anybody in the league.
Well, they say that he's the best two-gap player in the NFL. And now what a two-gap means is that you can play on a guy, play that hole, plus the hole to the outside and the hole to the inside. Now, you got a big like that. You know, you got to weigh about 280 pounds like McGriff does, and you usually cover two holes sometimes.
He's big enough for 3 gaps or 2 holes. Here's Craig trying to get to the outside, cut down short of a first down. George Martin was in the game. Lawrence Taylor made the stop after Martin made him change direction.
I think that's a big thing for the Giants right now. I think Bill Parcells can tell his team, okay, that's it. You know, we talked about the early lead, the way they do it. I told you that after they do that, they kind of settle down a little. There they did it right then. Now let's us go to work. We'll see. I don't know.
That is Max Runiger, the ex-Eagle, back to punt for the 49ers, and Lionel Manuel retreating for the Giants. Good punt by Runiger. Manuel starts from the 20, shakes away from one tackler, gets out to about the 28. Todd Shell, the 49ers' #1 draft choice, who is excellent on special teams, was the man who was down there. 48-yard punt by Max Runiger, an 8-yard return, so they net 40. Stick Park in San Francisco. Pat Summerall and John Madden. NFC Divisional Playoff. 49ers leading 14-0. Sims fakes the Carpenter, rolls behind Benson, gets rid of the ball, intended for Moat. Sims just didn't have quite enough room as Lawrence Pillars was putting the heat on.
I think that's what it was. Pillars, who is the starting guy at left end, we'll see him against Carl Nelson there. He starts on Joe Morris, is who he's playing against, and then he just gets off that. The lineman tried to cut him, and he was right in Phil Simms' face.
He's got a great nickname, Dr. Evil.
I like that. Dr. Evil. You know, you put doctor in front of something, then it always sounds pretty good after that. You know, Dr. Skunk, Dr. anything is okay.
The handoff is to Morris, behind Benson again. Cut down just short of the 30-yard line by Dwayne Ford and Jack Reynolds. Hacksaw, number 64. Hacksaw and his pencils and his homework. Got a whole garage full of notes that he's taken over the years in the NFL, of game plans and whatever.
And then he just comes out on Sunday and does the hitting. You know, you look at a Hacksaw, he has the ideal eyes and looks and name for a linebacker. You don't think of a studious guy. He's probably one of the most studious players in the league.
Here come the 49ers showing you blitz. Sims is back in the spread. They do blitz. Sims does get rid of it, but he's hit just as he throws, intended for Galbraith. And Sims is hurting just a bit. They got some people on him.
Well, if they don't get Fred Dean blocked, Sims is going to be hurting more and more as this game goes on. Watch Dean, he's on the outside again against Roberts. This time, instead of trying to come in underneath him, he just gets outside and just keeps going on that thing. You see it, just as Sims was throwing, Fred Dean got him from behind.
Jennings back to punt. McLemore back deep for the 49ers. Jennings gets off a rocket. McLemore with a fair catch signal. He was looking at Larry Flowers, who was down in a hurry. 42-yard punt, no return. So that's the net, 42. The 49ers against the Giants. Divisional playoff game, and the 49ers, as they have done almost every week, breaking on top. They lead 14-0. Clark split wide to the left. Solomon to the right. It's first down, and Montana will go to work to Solomon and get him for a first down at about the 45-yard line. 17 they got on that play.
Now watch how far Kenny Daniel is playing off of Freddie Solomon. Terry Kennard is inside. They have him double, but they're both deep. And what happens is Solomon comes inside towards Kennard, but he gets in front of both of them. I think if you're going to double a guy, maybe one guy shorter and one guy deeper, or a bump would be better than both of them off deep.
Montana back to throw again. Giants blitzing. He gets it out to Craig. Craig is knocked out of bounds by Andy Hedden, but he got 8. Maybe a little bit closer to 9. 1:08 left to play in the first quarter. The 49ers can really move it.
Watch what Lawrence Taylor does here. He's faking a blitz. He's going to run in and try and pick off number 77, Bubba Paris, and the guard, and then Leonard Marshall, number 70, can come around him. That's the stunt that they want to use today to offset errors coming out and blocking Taylor.
On second down, it's Tyler around the corner. First down, 49ers. At about the Giant 43 before Kenny Daniel and Terry Kennard. You know, Kenny Daniel made the statement after the New Orleans game, the last game of the regular season for the Giants, and last week after the Rams, when he came in and replaced Haynes, the all-pro cornerback, that nobody had really worked on him. Nobody picked on him. He kept waiting, and nobody came in his direction. The 49ers have rectified that situation.
Yeah, and I think he knew last night that was going to change. He said the other team, he said New Orleans did, he said the Rams did. He said, but I just have a feeling that these guys might take a look over there.
Now he is looking at Ronaldo Nehemiah. Montana looking in the other direction. Send it for Clark. Intercepted by Lawrence Taylor. He got the rebound. Terry Kennard. The ball bounced off Kennard, intended for Clark, and Taylor came up with it.
It looked like right now, as we see it, and what Montana sees, it looks like Clark is open. Look, again, good pass protection. There it goes through Clark's hands, through Kennard's hand, and then Lawrence Taylor. Gary Reasons, I think.
Reasons, it's not Taylor.
Number 55, Gary Reasons came up with the interception. It is again, off Clark, off Kennard, into Reasons. Interception.
Galbraith in motion, and Carpenter gets nothing. Over the left side, hit by Tuiasa Sopo.
There's a nose tackle for you, Mano Tuiasa Sopo. And that name, see, you have to be a big guy to have a name like that, because if you were a little guy, Tuiasa Sopo, the name across your back would come down underneath your armpit. So guys like Tuiasa Sopo that have a lot of letters in their name usually play nose tackle.
And as you say, they have to be pretty broad back. Second down and 10. Albrecht again in motion. Sims back to throw. 49ers chasing. Sims comes out of the pocket. Gets it to Zeke Mowat, who makes a diving one-handed stab. Dwight Hicks stopped Mowat. Pass was complete. A good catch.
We remember Zeke Mowat as a free agent blocking tight end. Now he's a receiver. This week the 49ers were saying the guy we have to stop is Zeke Mowat on the Giants. Watch Sims. He's getting a big pass rush right here. He steps up, comes out to the right, thinks he's going to run, sees a defender there, gives him a stiff arm, gets the ball off to Mowat. That's not a bad deal. And watch this one-handed catch. Left hand, then back into the right. I tell you, those scuba gloves helped on that play.
It's about a yard shy of a first down for the Giants. We'll be back with quarter number 2. A sellout at Candlestick. 49ers leading 14-0. Short yardage situation now. 3rd and 1 for the Giants.
Big Louis Kelcher's in at nose tackle this time, Pat.
Big Louis goes about 300 at least. Number 94. Albrecht, the man in motion. Slow motion. Sims is going to go to work. To Mowat. Juggles, has it out of bounds. First down. 49er linebacker out there with him covering was Milt McCall.
I think the 49ers had their run defense in, thinking the 3rd and short. They had Big Louis Kelcher in there, to bulk up in there, handle that middle, take that run. That was a good call by the Giants in going to the pass on that thing, because the 49ers really didn't have their pass rushers or pass defenders in there.
1st and 10 Giants at their own 49. 49ers leading 14-0. Sims fakes to Morris. Retreats. To Morris. He is hammered at the 49er 45. Big hands, Gary Big Hands Johnson, a gain of 6. A lot of ex-San Diego Chargers on this team. There's one of them, Johnson. There's another one, Dean.
I'll tell you, at the end of this game, Sims is going to be a sore quarterback, because one thing, the 49ers are just relentless at coming after you. Coming, push, always having someone hanging on you, stepping in your face.
On 2nd down, he pitches back to Morris. Morris leaps to about the 43, tripped up by Ricky Ellison.
Tom Mulledy is in there at tight end for the Giants. Zeke Mowat is out. I don't know if it was an injury or just a substitution.
I think on the last pass he caught, that 3rd and short pass, after he was tackled, he limped back to the huddle and then limped off the field. So it must be some sort of injury.
Sure that they would like to get him back in there, because at the end of the season, Zeke Mowat was one of the best players on this Giant team.
On the spread on 3rd down goes Sims. Gets it to Tony Galbraith, and Galbraith gets down a Giant first down at the 49er 32. Eric Wright on the stop. A gain of 11.
I'll tell you, that Sims is a pretty tough guy. There's Mowat there. Looks like he's trying to get an extra pad on his right hip. But Sims took a shot again as he had to wait a little while for Tony Galbraith. But watch, just as he does it, he gets it hit from straight ahead, gets knocked back, and then he trips. Someone trips on top of him. Look at that. 3 red guys just hanging over him.
Here's what happened to Mowat on 3rd and short a few plays ago.
I can't see anything that happened to him there, but it did look like it was something with his hip. That's Dwight Hicks just getting up.
Sims is 7 out of 11. Has hit 4 in a row, picked up 50 yards. Dwight Hicks, they really would miss him sorely if he can't continue.
I wonder if they would put Ronnie Lott back at corner. Well, I don't have to wonder too long. We're going to see right now.
He is back at corner. Ronnie Lott. Tom Holmoe goes to the safety position for the 49ers. Sims back to throw. Bobby Johnson. good. It's a catch. 11-yard gain. Ronnie Lott. They went right to work.
That's not a bad place to do it. You know, Ronnie Lott is a corner that likes to keep everything in front of him. He's a very physical corner. He's a real hitter, and he doesn't like to get up tight on someone. That time he gave way too mumuch of a cushion on that play to Bobby Johnson, and Johnson took advantage of it. But Lott has always liked to keep everything in front of him.
First down, Giants. Lott right up on the line of scrimmage. Handoff is to Morris, and he lost one or two. Ricky Ellison again made the hit. They're working on Dwight Hicks over on the sideline.
I think what happened on that play, on the play that he got hurt, his own man just fell on him. Let's see if we can see it. It's right there at the top of the screen. You see him coming on a blitz. Now he starts to go down. You see his own man, that was Fred Dean, fell on him on one side, Keena Turner on the other side. He was sandwiched between two of his own guys.
On 2nd and 11, Sims will try to throw. Here come the 49ers. Keena Turner, Milt McCall, and Mike Walter, number 99, all there on the 49er blitz.
The first guy is number 99, Mike Walter. Now, he's the guy that makes Sims put the ball down. Watch here. You see, there's 99 there. You see, that made him stop, and then Milt McCall was right there, the next guy to gobble him up. But it's that first guy that breaks through on you. You know, then that makes him bring the ball down, and now he's not a passer anymore.
Mike Walter, who had a hip pointer, might have re-aggravated whatever was wrong with him, if that was the case. McCall was credited with the sack. Sims out of the spread. Those 49ers look like they're coming again. To Galbraith, incomplete. It would not have been nearly enough for a first down, but it is all the time Sims had. He couldn't wait any longer. Dean was all over him.
Well, it wouldn't have been a first down, but it would have made this field goal attempt a little shorter for Ali Haji Sheikh. Really hasn't been a good year. 17 out of 33, but you know, in the last month he's been kicking a lot better.
3 for 3 last week against the Rams. This will be from 46 yards out with Jeff Rutledge holding. Ali Haji Sheikh. Early in the year, he really had his problems. But as you say, the last month hasn't been bad. That's good. From 46 yards away, number 6, Ali Haji Sheikh, puts the Giants on the scoreboard. The 49ers lead is cut to 14-3. Forget the Peach Bowl is coming up Monday at 3 o'clock Eastern Time on CBS Sports. Purdue and Virginia, two exciting offensive teams, the Lockhorns in Atlanta. And, of course, on New Year's Day at 1:30 Eastern Time, Heisman Trophy winner Doug Flutie will play his final game for Boston College against Southwest Conference champion Houston. That, of course, is in the Cotton Bowl right here on CBS. Right now, we're at Candlestick Park in San Francisco as Carl Monroe. The 49ers starts from his own 10, is hammered shy of the 20. Elvis Patterson, Kenny Hill down there very quickly, along with Frank Cephas.
You know, we were talking earlier about the 49ers, and now they have the first 25 plays scripted. You can see now that they're starting the 18th play, but look at the first 10 plays. The first 10 plays that they had, 14 points. You know, now that part of the script was pretty good. And then they had a punt after 3 down, then they had an interception. So the script's kind of slipping down a little here.
Maybe it got wet. Ronaldo Nehemiah and Dwight Clark are split wide to the right for San Francisco. Montana's looking in that direction. Clark hit by Kennard. First down, 49ers.
An interesting thing. Joe Montana came back with the same pass to the same guy doing the same thing that he just had intercepted on the last series. Watch him here. It's Dwight Clark coming. He'll come into the left of the screen and he'll hook here right in front of us. See, Montana looked to the outside, came back to Clark right there in front of Terry Kennard. That's the same place he threw the last time for an interception. That's confidence, huh?
Clark's fourth reception, the fake. chased by Taylor. Montana ducked under it. The first sack. If he didn't duck, he might be on IR right now.
I don't know if Taylor even hit him on that play. I think Joe Montana, you talk about a dominant player. Lawrence Taylor is a dominant player. Russ Francis is supposed to block him. He runs right by him. Now, Joe Montana knows that he's coming. He can feel him coming. He says, no, you can come free, but you're not going to knock me down. I'll just dip under you.
He did club him with his arm as he went by. Montana went down wisely, 2nd and 18. 3 wide receivers for the 49ers this time. Again, Montana is chased, and down he goes. Casey Merrill on the rush this time. 2 sacks in a row for the Giants, and the 49ers are going backwards.
You know, Casey Merrill plays on the same side as Taylor, and I think that really helps. I think Merrill helps Taylor. I think Taylor helps Merrill, because everyone is so concerned with Taylor blocking that Merrill can sometimes come free. Now watch, Taylor will come inside. Watch, Merrill will go to the outside. You see there's 1, 2, 3 guys on Lawrence Taylor, 1 guy on Casey Merrill, so he goes after and gets a sack.
And brings up a situation that is 3rd and 25 for the 49ers. Their own 19. Montana back to throw. That's the man open. It's Clark. Got some breathing room as Clark is knocked out of bounds by Bill Courier, but Runiger will have to come on one more time. Dwight Hicks heading for the locker room. The word we have is that he has sprained his ankle, his right ankle, and he's going in to be retaped. Runiger will punt from his own 19. Lionel Manuel goes back deep for the Giants. 49ers leading 14-3. Runiger gets off a great kick. Manuel back to his own 18. Straight up the field with Lionel Manuel hit and hammered and knocked backwards. Really hit. Guy McIntyre really walloped. There goes Hicks through the tunnel back into the locker room. Flag is down on the play. A 48-yard punt by Runiger. 11-yard return. It's going to be against the Giants, so they'll start from deep in their own territory.
Blocking it back. Number 57 during the run back. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Byron Hunt is number 57. Giants 1st and 10. They'll start from their own 15.
I wonder if he was the guy that was trying to block Mike Walter on that play. But watch Manuel. He starts up. And watch right there. Oh, did he take a whap there by McIntyre?
14-3. By Hicks just a minute ago when he got to the 49er locker room, the door was locked. He couldn't get in. Then they got it open. And so Hicks is going in to have his right ankle retaped. It doesn't look like he's going to play anymore.
You know, a lot of times they may want to take an x-ray, too, before they tape it. Or they want to get him in the locker room so they can take his shoes and socks and all the other tape off to look at it.
Morris goes in motion to the right. Sims goes back to throw, and the 49ers again put the rush on. Pass caught by Moat. Big Zeke has the first down outside the 30 to the 33. Tom Holmoe made the stop. 18-yard gain. Sims to Moat.
And the 49ers strong safety, Carlton Williamson, was hanging right on Moat. That's why you need that big 240, 250-pound tight end. Watch him right here. There's Carlton Williamson there, but Moat is so big that he can just push off, get that ball, and just have guys fly off his body.
Hand off to Morris over the right side. Morris still on his feet. Morris hammers outside the 45 to the 47. Carlton Williamson tackled him, but it's another Giant first down.
See, now Bill Parcells can stay over there and say, see, I told you, they're going to get those first ones. We can get some pass protection, we'll get a little run blocking, break something loose here, hit the tight end, get Joe Morris loose, make some big plays, and then in the second half, we can really come back on them.
First down Giants. They started at their own 15. They're now at their own 46. Some breathing room. Sims goes back to throw. The 49ers blitz again, but they get it out to Carpenter. Carpenter into 49er territory. A gain of 6. Milt McCall on the tackle.
I think what the Giants are doing now is smart. You know, you can say, well, why don't they throw deeper? Why don't they throw more to the outside receivers? Well, one, he doesn't have time to, and two, I haven't seen him open yet. And as Bill Parcells was saying last night, he said, we're going to have the same approach we had last week. He said, we're going to nickel and dime him, then we're going to look for our shot and take some long shots somewhere during the game.
Tony Galbraith in the backfield now with Carpenter. There's the long shot to Manuel. Knocked away, but it's intended for Bobby Johnson. I beg your pardon, not Manuel. And it was Eric Wright who was back there with him. Eric Wright is holding his back.
Well, that's what he was talking about, taking a shot. You nickel and dime him, you hit the tight end, you hit the fullback, then you get Bobby Johnson out there. It looks like Eric Wright had his hand on him there earlier. I don't know that ball couldn't have been caught. That's about as well as you can throw it. Bill Sims had good protection, good time on that. That was a pretty good call. They caught him in a one-on-one situation.
Eric Wright seems to be okay. Johnson split wide to the right this time. Manuel to the left. Gray moves in motion. 49ers on a blitz again. They get it out to Galbraith. Not a first down. He couldn't get away from Tom Holmoe. And the Giants will have to punt.
Let's watch Fuller on the blitz now. What they do is they want to get a big push, but watch the blitz that they get here, plus the addition of the rest of the linemen coming. I'll tell you, Sims has to get rid of the ball quickly. You see Fuller comes from the outside. He's not blocked, but that's what made Sims rush and have to get rid of that ball before he wanted to.
Here's Jennings. Good high kick in the direction of McLemore. They let it bounce, and it dies. The 49ers will have to operate from their own 4-yard line. Pete Shaw was down to down it. A 43-yard punt by Jennings that just died inside the NFC Divisional Playoff. Candlestick Park in San Francisco. Pat Summerall and John Madden. 49ers have the ball, their own 4-yard line. Solomon split wide to the right. They give to Tyler. Tyler got some running room. Shakes off one tackle. Knocked out of bounds by Courier. With some help from Kennard.
Well, you know what the Giants are thinking of when Wendell Tyler gets the ball is they want to knock it loose. Wendell Tyler's fumbled 7 times in the last 6 games. So when he gets the ball, of course, they all want to get there to tackle him. But in addition to that, they think if you go for the ball, try and knock it loose, that you can get a fumble. They tried to knock it loose that time. They didn't get anything except knocking him out of bounds after a 6-yard gain.
They'll start on 2nd down then from the 9. Montana gives to Roger Craig. He's going to get a first down. But there's a flag down back at the line of scrimmage. They'll bring this one back. That's got to be holding. Kenny Daniel made the stop.
You know, it's not going to count, but Roger Craig sure made a move on Carl Banks. Looked like Carl Banks had a chance to make the tackle, and all he was doing was waving at him.
10-yard gain wiped out.
Holding, number 81 offense, still 2nd down. After this,
maybe that's why Carl Banks was waving at him.
Let's look.
Here it is right here. Here's Banks 58 on Russ Francis. Now he holds Francis there, and then Francis has his arm around. That's why Banks couldn't get to him. I don't know about that play, though. I mean, it looks like he held him, and then Francis, in trying to get off, got his arm behind him. Tough call.
2nd and 9. Montana from his own end zone. Has some time. Picked off by Harry Carson. Carson to the inside the 5. Carson touchdown. Intended for Dwight Clark. The Giants are back in it.
Harry Carson might not be back in it. I think he's on the bottom of that pile.
He may not be able to breathe.
He's the old-timer on that team, 9-year veteran. Harry Carson, he gets up shaking his head. What'd I do? I'll tell you, the offensive players aren't good defensive players. They don't tackle very well, but Harry looked like he had a few moves on that thing.
Pretty good run. That's the first touchdown of his NFL career.
I'll tell you, he's been a good one. You know, he's known as a run player, very tough, big, strong guy, hard hitting. Running backs don't like running in there against him. I don't know, the quarterback never thought about throwing against him.
Haji Sheik gets the extra point. And the ball game is a little bit more entertaining. Not to Bill Walsh, perhaps. Here it is.
You know, it's always tough throwing out of here because any penalty is 2 points. Any interception can be a touchdown. I don't think he saw Harry Carson. He was looking for Dwight Clark. Harry Carson was the second defensive guy in there. Doesn't look like those guys wanted to tackle him much either, did it?
Roger Craig made a shuffle at him. Let's see if Montana wanted to hit him.
It was too late. By the time he figured out what happened, he was already in the end zone.
A 14-yard touchdown with an interception by Harry Carson. 14-10 the score now.
Watching that interception again, here's Lawrence Taylor, here's the corner. They're working out in here. Dwight Clark is going to run a hook. Now, I think Montana was keying here, seeing here. The guy he didn't look at was right here, Harry Carson. He comes right back in here and picks the ball off there. Watch it. We see Taylor goes to the outside. Now he starts the hook. I don't think Montana ever saw Carson, the second guy incoming, and I don't think Roger Craig wanted to tackle Carson. That was a poor effort there by number 33, Roger Craig. Of course, he's an offensive guy.
Right.
Maybe that's why he's playing offense. A good tackler, maybe be a linebacker.
Ali Haji Sheik's kickoff goes to Carl Monroe at his own 10, and he's got an out. And the alley is closed quickly. Robbie Jones down to make the hit. 49ers take over at their own 27-yard line. Tomorrow, the NFL Today, and then the divisional playoff at RFK Stadium in Washington. The Bears and the Redskins, and that ought to be a dandy. That place will really be rocking tomorrow. This one is today. 49ers lead has been cut to 4. They give to Craig. Craig shakes away from Banks and is hammered by Terry Kennard, and some help from Jim Burton arrives very quickly. Kenny Daniel also got a part of the hit.
Well, Carl Banks is having trouble over there on that left side trying to tackle Roger Craig. The first time, I guess he was held by Russ Francis. That time, I think he just missed Craig, or Craig made him miss him. Look, he's still mad. You can see his shaking there. Son of a gun, do it again. Let me get that thing right.
2nd and 8. 49ers at their own 29. Fighting the turnover, something they haven't done all year long. That's Tyler in motion. The pitch is back one more time to Craig. Roger Craig hammers up very close to a 49er first down. It's close. George Martin on the tackle. Those turnovers eventually will get you. 49ers get a first down. Look at the takeaway ratios. The 49ers in the NFC were the leaders, plus 16. But now today, the San Francisco miscues, and the results, a field goal and a touchdown. And those account for the Giant points. 5:09 left to play in the first half. San Francisco 14, Giants 10. Montana to Tyler. Maybe one. Jim Burt, who's had an outstanding year as the nose man, made the stop.
Well, the guy blocking him's not bad either. Fred Quillen, the center there, is going to be in the Pro Bowl. This is a pretty good matchup in the pitch. You see, Burt wants to get up underneath, get underneath the shoulder pads, then control him. Just hold him there. Don't take a side. Don't go right. Don't go left. Hold him there until the ball comes to you. And here comes Wendell Tyler. Burt goes, whap, just wraps him right around him.
Gary Reason's got a big piece of that tackle, too. 2nd down and 7. 49ers at their own 40. Montana to Solomon. Got it. And a penalty marker down as Courier hit Solomon with a little too much enthusiasm.
Courier hit Solomon, I think, out of bounds. I think that's what the penalty's going to be.
A late hit out of bounds, 15-yard penalty.
gets a big play here. There's a hold. He gets a big play here, not only from the catch, but the penalty. I don't know. Now, that looked pretty close to me. I don't really think that that was a cheap shot. Here comes Lawrence Taylor. Watch him. He rolls right into Montana just as he throws the ball.
Lucky Montana didn't get an injured knee out of that hit.
Yeah, I don't know that what Courier did was an illegal hit.
I don't know that it
Solomon was on the sidelines. He was coming and just hit him. I didn't think that was a late hit.
1st and 10. They go with 2 tight ends. Montana looking for Solomon. He's got him. Touchdown 49ers. Perry Williams on the coverage. The 49ers strike back quickly. Touchdown, Montana to Solomon.
He is the big play guy of that 49er offense.
Wersching for the extra point. Is down the middle. And it's 21-10. 49ers.
I tell you, let's watch it again. Freddie Solomon really puts a move on Perry Williams. Watch it come up. Now he's going to fake here like he's going outside to the corner, come back inside to the post. Perry Williams drifting, trying to cover it. Joe Montana saw it and gave it to him right there.
73 yards in 5 plays they went. Kept it 2.5 minutes. Montana is 11 out of 15 now. 3 touchdowns.
Play fake and what it does. Here's Freddie Solomon and here's Perry Williams. Now he runs the post in here, but usually should have some help from the safety. This safety keys the run, but this guy, he's the guy, Jerry Kennard, should be back here helping. But watch, when the 49ers run fake, he comes running up, and that opens the whole thing up. A lot of lines here. Just watch those safeties. Watch the deep one. Here comes Kennard. You see him? He thinks it's a run. He's way up. They go, whoa! And by the time he gets turned around, Freddie Solomon's in the end zone. That play fake works against the safety.
Got them both.
Mike Ditka was watching that one. He's going to be on here at halftime. He's sitting someplace watching this game. He was watching that play fake.
Coach Mike's Bears will play the Redskins tomorrow. Wersching's kickoff goes to Kenny Hill at the 6. Out of the pack is Kenny Hill. Still on his feet is Hill. Chased and finally caught in 49er territory by Dana McLemore. Great kickoff return by Hill. 51 yards, and the Giants are right back in business.
A great tackle by Dana McLemore. McLemore was the guy that broke the touchdown punt return against him last time. But watch Kenny Hill on this one. He gets good blocking up there, forces through a tackle, good wall right there, runs through a tackle there, good balance. The kicker's not going to tackle him, you know that. Here comes McLemore. He was the only guy, and he gets him down.
Giants start from the 49er 42. Sims back to throw. To Carpenter, who is hammered by Carlton Williamson. A painful couple of yards. 1 yard, they say, from Carpenter.
You know, I think that's what the 49ers are doing. They're hanging in there. Their short guys are hanging a little shorter because of what the Giants did last week to the Rams. They're defending that little nickel and dime stuff.
The 49ers, of course, have the reputation of being a finesse team, but they'll hit you. 2nd and 9 for Sims. Intended for Bobby Johnson. And as I said, they'll hit you. That was Ronnie Lott.
That play, what Ronnie Lott did there was what they started in 1981. And I think they're the best team in professional football at doing that, is getting there just at the same time the ball arrives and knocking it out. I think this is a new way. When they put in a new rule, this is how you had to play pass defense. Just as a ball gets there, wrap that guy in the back and get it knocked out of there because you can't bump them after 5 yards.
That was well described as a whap. Sims out of the spread. 49ers with a lot of people up front, and here they come again. Sims to Johnson. Incomplete. Eric Wright back there with him.
We'll see the blitz and the pressure on Sims. They had the right thing. They picked it up pretty good. They have one-on-one out here, but they just couldn't beat Eric Wright. That was pretty good pickup of the blitz, though.
They had everybody covered. Dave Jennings has kicked well today, aiming for the right corner. Another good high kick by Jennings. Flag is down. 2 flags are down. Ball is out of bounds by Jennings at about the 49er 9. 32-yard punt, but a good punt.
On the receiving team.
On the receiving team. Parcells, I don't think, has made up his mind yet whether he wants to accept the penalty or not. 49ers had 12 men on the field, so it would be just a 5-yard penalty. They'd move it. It would be short of a first down by a couple of yards. Let's see what they decide. We'll make it 4th and 4.
12 men in the field, defense, penalty refused.
Yeah, I don't know about that, though, because that would have put him at the 35-yard line. I don't know, because that could have given him a field goal opportunity. It would have been about a 52-yard field goal had they taken that penalty. I don't know.
The sheet could certainly get it there. 21-10, the 49ers have it.
You see, they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 guys. No, they had 11 up here. I just counted. They have 11 guys up here. I missed 1 and 1 back. So they had 12 guys on the field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anyway, and then 1 deep. So they had 12 guys out there. But I was a little surprised that maybe they did think about it, but had they taken the 5-yard penalty, they could have come back, take back the punt, and kick the field goal. Or the field goal.
Tried from 52 yards out. 2:58 left in the first half. And the 49ers again going right to work. It's for Nehemiah. Daniel chasing. He's out of bounds and dropped it anyway.
That's one that they talked about. They wanted to come in there and they said, let's put Ronaldo Nehemiah in there. He's the guy that they always do send deep. That wasn't a bad move, his body, but he got his hands in too close to his shoulder pads. I don't think that would have been good anyway.
No, he would have been out of bounds. But he can run. 2nd down, 49ers. 2nd and 10 from their own 9. 21-10 the score, the 49ers leading. Montana back to throw again. Out to Craig. Craig has it, has some breathing room. Is cut down about 3 yards short of a first down, it looks like, by Bill Courier and Kenny Daniel.
And Kenny Daniel's getting a lot of work today. You know, he played in the USFL here for the Oakland Invaders. This game today is his 40th game of the year. I tell you, that guy's been in a lot of huddles this year.
40 games in 1 year is unheard of. But we asked him last night if he was tired or felt any wear and tear on his legs because of the 40 games, and he said, no, I've been lifting weights.
But he has to turn up his dial a lot, he said.
There is Mike Ditka, the head coach of the Chicago Bears, watching back in Arlington, Virginia. Good luck tomorrow, Mike.
Mike looks like he's ready to play right now. Like he's ready to play in about an hour.
He usually is.
No casts on him or anything.
He'll be on the NFL Today with Brent live. And Brent and Terry will take a look back. Terry Bradshaw, that is, take a look back at what transpired here in the first half. It's been a busy first half. Here's that ready list from Bill Walsh that we've been talking about from time to time. He scripts the plays, the first 25, and there's a lot of information on that sheet.
You see what all those boxes are? Those are different situations. So like you'll have 1st and 10, 2nd and long, 2nd and normal, 3rd down, 3rd and long, 3rd and short, goal line, all those different situations. Got all those plays. You just look at it, pick one out, and so let's try this one.
3rd and 2. Montana chased by McGriff. That's not much of a race. Montana has the first down. He stops the clock with 2:34 left to play. A gain of 11 for Joe Montana.
Yeah, I think this play shows one of the things that makes Montana so good is that he has quickness. You see, when you see him outrun McGriff here, but that little quick feet, you know, turning the ball upfield, a little speed there, and then getting out of bounds. That's one thing. You can put Montana in trouble, but with his quickness, he can get out of trouble, buy time, and still make big plays on you.
That's a great feat. 1st and 10 at their own 28 for the 49ers. On 1st down, he goes to work. Solomon. Solomon out of bounds by Courier. Solomon never saw that ball coming.
I'll tell you, Solomon didn't see it coming because he couldn't see it coming because Kenny Daniel was in front of him, and Daniel didn't see it coming. Watch Daniel. That ball's going to zip right by his ear hole. Look, he's turned like this. Here's Freddie. Now what? Daniel doesn't see it. The ball goes right behind his head. Freddie couldn't see it. Says, here it is. I'll go out the back door.
He caught that ball in self-defense. That's how good a throw it was by Joe Montana. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 49ers have 3 timeouts remaining. The Giants have 2 remaining. We have 2 minutes remaining in the first half with San Francisco leading 21-10. Regular season meeting between these two. The 49ers won 31-10. Mike Wilson is the man in motion as Montana retreats. Knocked away at the last second. Intended for Earl Cooper. Terry Kennard made the good recovery.
I think that's what Terry Kennard has to do. He has to be more concerned with the passing game. Get, you know, helping those corners, helping Perry Williams and Kenny Daniel out, staying back there. Don't worry about the run and do things like this. You know, get all over the field, knocking balls down. Don't worry about the run. Don't get caught by a play fake. Don't get up in there. We don't need you in there, they can say. We need you back deep where Montana can hurt you.
2nd and 10 for the 49ers from the Giant 45. Solomon is split wide to the right. The handoff is to Tyler. Tyler is bent back by Gary Reasons. Underneath was Casey Merrill.
George Martin was underneath too. I think he was down on the ground and he lifted his legs, so Roger Craig had to jump over some stuff there.
Wendell Tyler comes out. Russ Francis comes in. Have Earl Cooper and Russ Francis, 2 tight ends lined up to the right side. Montana goes back to throw. Chased and down. Lawrence Taylor and George Martin.
Well, I'll tell you one that John Ayers didn't get him that time. Here's Lawrence Taylor. He's talking to that official.
New York timeout. New York 2nd timeout.
I think Lawrence Taylor thought that the official called a penalty on him when he wanted a timeout. But watch him come. Here's Lawrence Taylor out here. Here's John Ayers here. He'll come out and try and block him here. Taylor just gets right by him. Watch here, 68. He starts to slide out there. Taylor just dips that left shoulder and gets right by him and gets the pressure on Montana.
Back to Martin. A little bit off the side of his foot. Manuel lets it bounce and lets it roll out of bounds at about the 12. 39-yard punt by Runniger. Turned out to be a pretty good effort.
There's one thing you don't see often is a punter trying to get in a fight. I think he got hit late. Watch him. Here he comes, number 4. Those aren't the most physical guys. Oh, see, here comes Elvis Patterson. He hits him. He says, what'd you do that for? Then he gave him a little rap. That's a punter's little rap, that push there. You guys are getting violent out there.
Yeah.
Got to stop the violence from punters.
We do. Sims out of the spread. Ernest Gray and Lionel Manuel to the right. The handoff is to Galbraith. Tony gets out to about the 20-yard line. Jeff Stover is the man who made the stop. A minute left to play in the first half as the Giants take their last timeout, I believe. No, this is 49er timeout. So they have 2 left. The Giants have 1.
I think with the 49ers, see that the Giants, because of the poor field position here, are just trying to run out the clock. Bill Walsh is thinking, well, if they're going to try and run out the clock, let's just try and stop them and then use our timeouts, maybe go for a punt block, but get the ball back and take one more shot at them before this half is over. Still a minute to go.
Again, Gene Barth is the referee. Remind you again that tomorrow here on CBS, it begins with the NFL Today, live at 12 Eastern Time. Then the Chicago Bears make a visit to Robert F. Kennedy Stadium in Washington, the home of the Redskins.
I tell you, that's a tough place to play, the home of the Redskins, playing the Redskins there. I mean, there's a good football team. Big, strong, you know, Riggins, Theismann, Art Monk had a great year, good defense, and I think excellent coaching with Joe Gibbs and his staff.
A minute left to play at Candlestick Park. Sims, a gift to Galbraith. And Galbraith is hit by Fred Dean, but gets a Giant first down.
Well, of course, that'll be a big first down for the Giants because now the 49ers can't take any time out. Now the Giants are going without a huddle. They're going to take the shot here.
39 seconds left on the game on the halftime clock. Sims goes down. He gets it out to Galbraith. They're going to say it's incomplete. He was down and in the grasp of Fred Dean.
Sims should be happy that he was in the grasp. You know, when you're down to 35 seconds, you're down 21 to 10. You don't have to try. If you get the trap here, see Fred Dean coming here. They have him here. Just take the sack. Don't do anything silly now. I think the Giants should just run out the clock, go in at halftime, and you know, get situated, get things straightened out, and come back to play.
It looks like that's what they had in mind until they got that first down. And then they changed their mind. At 17 seconds left, now 16. And he goes down to the spread. Now he hands to Tony Galbraith again. And Galbraith gets out to about the 30. Shy of the first down, but that should take care of half number 1 here at Candlestick Park. And the 49ers